Sawabanane family, we see you, we honor you, and we value you. Your gifts, along with God's grace, allow us to persevere, to mentor, and prepare new leaders as we co-create for future generations. The Proctor Conference is where future meets legacy. We are committed to the forward crusade of faith, equity, and reparatory justice, nationally and globally. We are the place where Ubuntu becomes reality. Your gifts to the Legacy Campaign enables our success, our sustainability, and secures the future. With vision, by faith, and through action, we are the Proctor Conference.
I'm so grateful that there is in this world something called the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. You've been on the wall doing the work. Sister Iva Carruthers and so many others, you represent the best of our faith. You represent the faith of the Black church, the conscience of the American churches. Thank you for the work that you do.
Family, the time has come to work the roots. The roots of Samuel DeWitt Proctor, Gardner C. Taylor, Pauli Murray, Bayard Rustin, and the list continues. As the mission of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference continues to shape our ethos and worldview. Join us today by committing an annual, one-time, or recurring gift to the SDPC Legacy Campaign. We pray that you and your loved ones have been and will remain the benefactors of God's grace and mercy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you here on this Friday. Good morning and welcome to Faithful Fridays with the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. You know, when the pandemic began to wreak havoc on all of our lives 2.5 years ago, the Proctor Conference began holding prayer. We had to do something because people were so discombobulated, so upset, and kind of lost. So we had to figure out a way to address what we felt, to see it and address it. So this became a space and a place of lament and refuge and hope as we aimed to treat the needs of the people, the needs of you as holy. Then as restrictions began to ease, we moved from praying every day to gathering virtually every Friday to pray, and we have loved it. But now we're in yet another phase of this transition, this transition that's been caused by the pandemic, and we're calling it Faithful Fridays. Now we're going to shift from prayers of prophetic equipping to prayers of commissioning, commissioned acts of collective resistance and viability. And we want you to join us. We want you to join us as we all learn to pray with our feet, to do it, to pray with our feet by serving others. Weekly, every single week, you will hear from an SDPC staff member as we uplift an issue or an initiative and encourage you to get in the fight, to help do what you can do so that we can all be free, because we believe, as Fannie Lou Hamer said, that until all of us are free, none of us are free. Faithful Fridays has been created to amplify some of the issues that are threatening our lives and our communities, yet aim to inspire action for the sake of freedom. Remember Salbanani. Remember that we see you, we hear you, we love you, and that people need to hear us as well. All of us need to be hearing and seeing each other, and Faithful Fridays is a way to get that done. So welcome to Faithful Fridays. And now here is our issue and call for prayer for today.
Good morning, Proctor family. Good morning, Faithful Friday viewers. We are so happy to be here with you all on Friday to share an action alert, something that you can be involved in your own faith context, in your own community, right where you are. This week, as many of you know, was World AIDS Day. We honored this day yesterday as an opportunity for people worldwide to unite in the fight against HIV and to show support for people living with HIV. We also celebrated World AIDS Day yesterday to commemorate those who have died from AIDS-related illnesses. Proctor was proud to be present at the United Nations yesterday at the Church Center for United Nations with our partners. Many of you know the U.S. Faith and AIDS Coalition that Proctor is a part of, HIV Vaccine Trials Network, and the Lutheran Office for World Community, as we all planned a service yesterday, a World AIDS Day interfaith service at the UN, and on this important occasion to commemorate, remember, recognize, celebrate, honor this important day in our faith community. And so the theme of the service for World AIDS Day this year was visibility. And we really wanted to see the marginalized communities within the marginalized of those living with HIV. We wanted this service to feature reflections from those marginalized persons, so Black women, long-term HIV survivors, formerly incarcerated citizens that have HIV, persons of transgender or non-binary experience living with HIV, and other community members. We wanted them to be central in our service yesterday to commemorate HIV, to commemorate World AIDS Day. And we did this service out of the spirit of Sawubonani. Sawubonani means we see all of you, we respect all of you are important to us. All of our brothers and sisters who are living with HIV are important to us. All of our brothers, all of the members within our communities and our faith communities and our communities that we live in who have HIV are important to us. All of the new HIV infections that occurred in the U.S., all of these folks are important to us. 34,800 new HIV infections in 2019. In 2020, we know that there were 30,635 people who received an HIV diagnosis in the U.S. Ultimately, 1.2 million people in the U.S. 13 and older have HIV. When we say Sawubonani, when we have this service, this Interfaith World AIDS Day service in the spirit of Sawubonani, we are marking visibility. We're saying that we see you all. We're saying that HIV is still here. It is a virus that impacts our community, and we honor you all. You all are important to us. Your experience matters. Kind of to unpack a little bit who we mean when we say the marginalized within the marginalized, what we know is that HIV is diagnosed in the U.S. disproportionately in the southern region of the United States. You see, the South there has the largest number of people diagnosed with HIV in the United States. We know that race matters. People of color, Black and African American people in the United States are disproportionately receiving new HIV diagnosis. And that's as of 2020. You can see our rates are still higher there. As well as gender and sexuality matters in the issue of HIV. We can see that male-to-male sexual contact, that is the group that has the highest amount of new HIV diagnosis as of 2020. So all of these things matter. All of these things comprise the experiences of the marginalized within the marginalized community. So for the service that we had yesterday on World AIDS Day, we used a resource from the National Faith HIV/AIDS Awareness Day Faith Leader Toolkit, which was put together by Gilead Compass Initiative Faith Coordinating Center at Wake Forest University School of Divinity. And in it, we adapted one of their call and response, their liturgy resources, to be our commitment to remember. Our commitment to remember people living with HIV, our commitment to remember the marginalized within the marginalized. And for this Faithful Friday service, I would just like to read through some of that commitment with you all so that we can all share in the spirit of Sawubonani for World AIDS Day service that we had yesterday. We resolve to remember those marginalized groups within the HIV community trans women, Black women, formerly incarcerated citizens, those born with HIV, those living in regions and within demographic groups that are disproportionately impacted by the virus. We remember and declare, Salbona, I see you. I see the whole of you, your experiences, your passions, your pain, and your future. You are valuable to me. We agree to remember those who may not be able to disclose their HIV status with the knowledge that they will have support. We remember and declare Salbona. We see you. We see the whole of you, your experiences, your passions, your pain, and your future. You are valuable to us. We will remember the power of visibility, and we pledge to support and never harm or humiliate in any way those who are known to have HIV. We remember and declare, Salbona, I see the whole of you. I see your experiences, your passions, and your pain, and your future. You are valuable to me. We will remember those who shared during the World AIDS Day Interfaith service, and we will remember those groups that were not able to share. We will remember the humanity of our neighbor, and we pledge to draw people living with HIV and AIDS close and to listen and learn from them as we each have a unique story to share. We will remember the impact of stigmatization and invisibility, and we will speak up when we see discrimination happening. We will remember the power of unity. We will remember that we are in community and that HIV is still here. We will be living witnesses that when something impacts one of us, it affects all of us. We will remember, and we will preach, and we will pray, and we will listen, and we will learn about HIV/AIDS in our communities of faith. We will remember, and we will hold interfaith services like the one that Proctor was able to participate in yesterday. We will hold our own prayer groups. We will hold spaces of visibility within our communities. We will remember and declare, Salbona, I see the whole of you, your experiences, your passions, your pain, and your future. You are valuable to us. So finally, Divine Source, we ask that you unite us all in this virtual space with the common purpose and vision to bring about equity and healing to our world, to remember our sisters and brothers living with HIV and the marginalized within the marginalized communities everywhere. Family, we are so honored to have been able to participate in the HIV service. We are so honored to be with you all for this Faithful Friday and to ask that you not only participate in our commitment to remember, but that you participate with us in sharing your voice on your experience with HIV. We have a survey that we are doing in partnership with Compass Gilead at Wake Forest Coordinating Center at Wake Forest School of Divinity. And we are asking you to go to our website, sdpconference.info, to take the HIV survey there. We want to know how your faith community is entering into this conversation of HIV. What resources do you have? How is the culture in your community? And where are the gaps that we might be able to be a resource to help you? So please take our survey. It will only take you about 15 minutes, and there is an incentive, $25. So that is an action that you can take from this Faithful Friday service. And also, we encourage you, continue throughout this weekend in the spirit of Salbona, in the spirit of visibility, in the spirit of recognizing the marginalized communities within the marginalized, seeing people, seeing their experiences, their passions, listening to their pain, believing in their future, affirming that they are valuable. So we honor this week our Black women, our trans community members, our members who have experienced incarceration, our young adults, our members within the LGBTQ community. We remember them this week. We specifically remember those who have experiences with the HIV virus, and we declare and affirm Sawubona. So family, those are your 2 action items from this Faithful Friday service. We appreciate you, we love you, and we pray that you have a wonderful day.
Greetings, family. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Faithful Fridays broadcast. As a gentle reminder, registration is open for our 2023 annual Clergy and Lay Leadership Conference in the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia, February 20th through 23rd, 2023. Yes, we will be in person as we celebrate 20 years of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. Seminarians, be sure to register today and take advantage of the 15% discount just for you. And to the general public, please be mindful to visit our website, sdpconference.info, where you can register and find our conference schedule for your convenience. Until we meet again, Sawubona.